Alright, in this video I'm going to show, I got the new interior kit came yesterday, and I'm dragged the old original interior down out of the attic of the house because I obviously need it to do the reupholstery. I need to reuse parts from it, but I want to show you the old upholstery, and I have it all sitting out here in the driveway in the sun so you can truly see what it looks like. This is the back seat, and the reason why I want to reupholster this, you can see this like canvas stuff that holds this fabric is deteriorated and starting to come free along here. The frame itself looks like it's in good shape. There's a spring here that needs to be replaced or repaired, and other than that, looks okay. Probably somebody stood on the seat to sit on the convertible top in a parade or something, did that, which nobody will be doing in this car as long as I own it. And then this is the back of the back seat, and I should have sent that chrome out tab plated, but that'll clean up all right. And you can see it has a speaker in there right now from where they cobbled in one. That's a speaker bracket. I did order a rear speaker for it that's supposed to be the correct one, so you can see the seat frame here. This is all in good shape. I don't see anything really other than there's one spring that's been kicked over to here, so I'll untangle that and get that back in there correctly. Sun visors, the side panels, those are what go over the vents. They need a good cleaning up. Those go towards the back of the door jamb in the jamb. They're like the windlace on the cars. Obviously the door panels. I think the paper's in the garage on one of these and the other one's still on the door panel, but I got to reuse these metal parts. It comes this way without any of the holes, obviously, for the, depending on your options. And I also, on top of the reusing the metal, I have all new too, this trim. Now this is where the wing assembly is, so that's why there's none of this fuzziness here, but that's in pretty good shape considering its age. This is the other door panel. This one still has the paper on it. The paper for that one is, like I say, in the garage, but we'll reuse that. The new door panels come with new boards. Like I say, it's everything but the metal that I got to reuse. Some of the trim that along the bottom of the door panel there, and the convertible top boot that came with the car. I don't think it had ever been used, but the kit came with a new boot, and you can see the foam on this is completely deteriorated. So yeah, that's really no value, and it's got a little tear in it right there, but I don't think that's really ever been used. I mean, the snaps don't look like they're ever really snapped. I just think that they never put the boot on when they did put the top down, or if they did, rarely, if they even put the top down that often. But anyway, there's the old original interior all laid out. I'll go get the new stuff. I'm not going to lay the new stuff out in the driveway, but maybe in the garage. As I said, I got the new interior kit, and before I get into it and show you, and I'm only going to show you some of it, I'm not going to pull it all out of the boxes. You'll see it all as I put the interior together. But before I do, my dad bought that kit for me before he passed away. It was back in, I'm going to say September, October. I was looking at them, the car was looking pretty darn good. And I just wasn't into putting the old beat up interior back in. I mean, yeah, I could clean it up. It's actually in pretty good shape, all things considered for the age. But, like I'd have to stitch that up on the seat, and, it needs some serious cleaning. And, the interior kit, I found a kit online, and it wasn't, too outrageously priced, but it was more money than I had to spend at the moment. I have a separate bank account I use for my hobbies, and my Google AdSense money is direct deposited into that account. And that's the money I've been using, and plus the money I had from the Catalina and other project cars over the year, that from that account. And I wasn't, I just didn't want to spend the money. And my dad's like, well, you've done all this work. The car really probably would, look better with a new interior. He says, I'll tell you what, I'll buy it for you. So my dad ordered the interior kit for me. And at the time, they stated it would probably be here around Christmas when I ordered it. So I thought, oh, good. I told my dad that's, be a great Christmas present. And so he ordered it. And then when I was up there, he asked me what I wanted for Christmas while I was up there. And I told him, well, you'd ordered the interior kit. And he says, well, that doesn't count. He said, what do you want? And I told him I wanted snow for Christmas. Well, that's what I got. It snowed here for Christmas, so I was happy. But the interior kit my dad had bought, and because of the coronavirus and everything, it caused delays in getting it by, significant amount of time. But anyway, my birthday's coming up, and so I'm going to attribute this as a birthday present from my dad, and just say thank you so much to my dad for bending over to help me out. He used to help me with all my project cars. He would get involved with them with me and work on them with me, and made all my sheet metal repair panels. He could form sheet metal just like butter to where it would make these amazing repair panels that I could butt weld on, grind the welds out. Any imperfections in the welds, usually I could get the filler primer to fill. And I could go to paint without body filler. And show me very many people that know how to do that. I can't do it. I don't know very many people that can do it. He could do it. And he just had an unbelievable, more patience than I did. Or I do, I should say. And but anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit of this interior kit that my dad bought to me. And again, thank you, Dad, for buying it for me. And for my new viewers, he passed away back in November. And yeah, it's been pretty rough. My dad and I were very, very, very close. I still occasionally go to grab my phone to call him. I still don't carry my phone all the time. It's in my pocket now because I'm expecting a call back from the realtor. I sold my dad's house before he passed away. He had an estate sale, but I'm trying to get his tax documents and lined up and stuff, and a lot of them are being sent to the house in Romeo. And so I called the realtor to see if she could call Nathan, the new homeowner, and ask if he could save them for me, and I'll drive up and pick them up one day. The new homeowner is really nice. He grew up in the house. The house directly across the street, and then there was like a T in the road next to the house across the street. And he lived in the first house behind that house. He grew up there. And he always told his family if that house, meaning my folks' house, ever goes on the market, he was going to buy it. And he did. And I was by there the other day. I had to go up to Romeo to show the trailer, and the house just really looks nice. They're really keeping it up nice, taking care of it. I'm really pleased to see that. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on here for too much longer. I'm going to show you the interior kit that my dad purchased for me before he passed away. So it did come in 2 boxes, and this is what it says on the packaging. And I'll show you let me turn on some additional lights here, and I'll show you what the door panels are right. This, I believe, is the fabric for those side panels that I got everything over here. We were running back and forth for these panels right here. So I got the fabric for those. The material for these is just a little bit, it does have the cardboard, but like I say, I got to reuse the metal. Same with the door panels. So the door panels won't have any holes in them because, if you had power windows or, depending on the options, they're not going to put them in. So these are the rear panels right here. And you can see they're rigid where the cardboard is. And then it obviously comes with extra material, so when you glue it on, you can trim it to the, you know, glued on the steel. And these are the door panels. And I'll reuse the metal trim that goes on the bottom. You saw that. But I mean, yeah, they're nice. They're really nice. I'm really happy with them. I can't really get it up over there, but yeah. So I'll have to put in all the holes for the window cranks. This is the top of the panel. Or no, I take that back. This is the bottom of the panel. This is the top of the panel. So the steel part will be here, you know, it'll be glued over and whatnot. But anyway, there's the door panel, side panel kits. Everything for the side panels on the car is right here. I'll put that back like that. That's the way it was packaged, probably to save it from, you know, getting to keep these straight, the panels and stuff. And but anyway, let me show you some of the other stuff. These are not on the door panels. I'll have to put those on too. And they're actually not too bad, but I'll probably look for some replacements, or maybe I won't put them back on for now. But there is a embossed area on the door panel there. Maybe the kit has them somewhere, but right now that's just the way it is. So, April 21st, certified quality control. Yeah, the car rolled off the assembly line, like I say, on the 29th of April 1966, the Mahwah, New Jersey assembly line. You can see here the knockouts. So if you had power windows, you'd have a bigger knockout there. This is the other door, and you can see that's already going to accept the power window switch. So yeah, there we go, the door panels. All right, that is a brand new convertible top boot. And I think these are all seat covers. So I'm not gonna, I don't want to unbox everything right now, because, you know, these are the front, this part. See how they're starting to split right there. Now I could repair that. I have the stuff, you know, where I could get in there and fix that. But if it's splitting here, it's eventually going to split in the other joints or further or elsewhere. You know, the sun kind of does the vinyl in, because, you know, it beats in through the windows here. So probably in its first 10 years, especially being a Florida car, that, you know, would have probably been beat pretty hard with sun. But that's what these are. And like I say, I'm not going to go and take everything out of the box. And looks like it's got some stuff on it here, adhesive and stuff. But I'm going to replace all the padding, everything on the seats. I'm going to strip them down to the springs. And you can buy the kit to re-foam all the seats. And the kit's about $300 a seat. So I'm looking at 3, 6, about 9, maybe $1,000 probably by the time you add shipping into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the trim shop where they did the top and just get an estimate on getting the 2 seats done, the front and back seat. I can do I've done side panels before. I can do all them. I've never done a set of seats, and I'm looking at the cost. If I do the seats myself, will be actually about the same as what I paid to have the seats redone on the Catalina. If you watch my videos on that 60 Catalina I redid, the barn find, that 25,000 mile original car, the only thing I really had to restore on that car was the seats. The front seat had a rip in it. On the passenger side, a pretty good one. And I didn't want to just do the front. I wanted to do them both so they didn't look silly. And I had the fabric reproduced for that car. That was an expensive, time-consuming feat. But anyway, it wasn't that much more to have the seats redone in that car. And basically the same as this car. Split front bench, just like there was a 2-door coupe, the Catalina, so it had a bench like this and a bench in the back, and this bench, rear bench, convertible bench, is smaller than the bench that was in the Catalina. So that's what I'm thinking. So I got to get one day I'm going to throw all that stuff in the truck. We get a nice day. I haven't driven the truck, and God, I can't remember when. And put the battery maintainer on it the other day to bring the battery up. It was on it for like 3 or 4 days before the battery was fully 100% in it. But I think I'm going to put the seats in the back of the truck. I'm going to get this seat out so I can change the carpet. When I get it out, I'll throw it in the truck. I'll throw the other one in. We get a nice dry day, because I'm not going to be able to probably close the tonneau cover with this seat. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Probably have to take these off. But anyway, I'm going to take it and see what the trim shop wants to reupholster these seats. And then we'll go from there. If they want too much, I'll do it myself. But I think that, you know, that padding just needs to be replaced. That's, you know, it doesn't feel bad, but it's old and it smells. It smells like old pine wood almost, or old, smells like a country store floor. That's the only way I can describe it. It just has this doesn't smell in here anymore because it's been all opened up. That stuff's been piled up in my attic, covered up. I threw a cover over it, piled it up in the attic of the house, and covered it with a tarp so nothing would get on it. So it didn't really get a chance to air out, and it still has that, you know, funky old car. It doesn't smell like, you know, rodents or anything, you know. It just has this old musty smell, like as if you dragged one of those big old radios out of a flea market or, you know, junk store and put your nose in it. That's what this smells like. It's just not an attractive smell, and that foam absorbs that smell, and I don't want that smell in the car. And I do have an ozone generator, you know, I could put it in something and get the odors out of it, but nah, it's just not worth it. It's the age, needs to be redone. And this was the two main reasons why I did want to do the interior was this, which, yeah, I could stitch new on there full length because the seat comes to here, the backrest part of the seat comes to here, and this is stainless steel. I can buff that. This is, I think this is chrome plated. I'm not really sure, but if it is, I'm going to have some more chrome for the plater in the future, and I'll take that to them. And you know, this was up in the attic, but all this will buff out. I'll take all this stuff off before I take it to the interior place. If I decide to have them do it, I'll take, you know, strip them down. The more I do, the less they have to do, the more money I save. But this is just kind of where I'm at. I did call the chrome plater today. He's going to call me back a little bit because I told him, you know, if you could get the gear shift lever done, then I can at least get my steering column back in. So he's going to call me back later. He said it should all be done for sure next week. Well, we'll see what next week brings. And so he kind of was indicating that last week when I talked to him. But anyway, here we go. And new interior kit for the Galaxie. And if you're interested, I got the parts from ponyparts.com. I think it's part of Classic Mustangs. They really had the best price. They have great customer service. And the products so far actually look really nice. Hopefully it will all go on and fit nicely, like, you know, I hope it does. It does look good though. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this video up and go in and get it edited up for you. So if you like the video, definitely hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, hit that 348 engine icon. Then you can follow along with the rest of the Galaxie. And thank you for watching my videos.